So over the last 4 years, we've more than doubled our volume, and we had a really solid warehousing operation here in-house, or so we thought. But as that volume continued to increase, so did all those small little holes that we had in fulfillment, whether it's picking efficiency, packing, matching doubles, whole 9 yards. And so we started scouring the internet for solutions, and I happened to come across one of Lully's posts that described our situation entirely. So I sent over the gentleman. His name ended up being Mike, the founder of Lully. Shot him a message online. He listened to the problem, said, hey, I think we have a lot that we can provide you guys. He evaluated everything, said, here's where we can bring you value. I listened to what he had to say, and then it was just second to none, no question. Let's go ahead and try this out. We had nothing to lose, only everything to gain. I've been a part of a lot of integrations, whether it's with our ERP, WMS, or whole 9 yards. The integration is probably one of the easiest integrations we've had. So one of the big things we looked at when evaluating is what if it doesn't work, right? And if it doesn't work and you have something built into your WMS, everybody knows you have to spend money, time, ripping that code out of there. With the way Lully's set up, we had essentially no issues on if we didn't want to move forward. And that was one of the biggest plays on it. The integration on this side was seamless. It's a simple API call in, API call back. Extremely simple to get going. It took a matter of days, truthfully, to get it up and going, and we were rocking. The admin team to train, with the ease of the process, it's very much seamless input-output. I have 2 or 3 people trained in the process. It takes about 5 minutes of their day-to-day. It was extremely simple. I did a write-up. They were able to follow it step by step, and training took a matter of 10 minutes. On the floor, with the way we have our picks designed, I could have had them maintain regular operations. If I didn't tell them there was a change in the system, they wouldn't have even known this integration happened, except they would have seen the output on the back end increase. Challenges with Lully itself have been minimal. There's been a few hiccups on our end, just understanding how the mapping process works and kind of grasping, what we've done for the last 4 years has fundamentally changed. All of our picks have been sorted shelf or bin or by zone pick mentality and everything else. So the mentality to wrap around was probably the biggest challenge, but as far as the implementation and seeing the benefits that it's being produced, no challenges whatsoever. The easiest way to word that is one of our owners has deemed it revolutionary. We knew we had gaps in our processes. We had some fulfillment concerns on that end, and this is really starting to plug them. And if it's not plugging them direct, it's shedding light on what we're still missing, and we're tackling that on the back end. I haven't had a single manager or employee mention any negative about it, and it seems overall that the morale is higher because the employees know we're working on what they've been struggling with every day. So all in all, I think it's been extremely well receptive and well executed. With Lully, what they're doing on the front end, just with the pick optimizer and everything that Mike is going to tell you about, has been fantastic. It's been revolutionary on all 9 yards. But the amount of expertise that you get from changing these processes and moving forward has been huge. I can already see a path to growing our sales volume, our fulfillment, and everything else. But to be able to have that resource that Mike has produced for us and just the expertise that he provides has been huge, and it's not anything I'd be able to put a cost on. It's definitely future, and it's probably the biggest asset we have at this point in our warehouse. So we've already revolutionized a lot of our pick processes through Lully, and everything's been fantastic. But right now, we're still isolated to where our bin ranking dictates where we pick from in our warehouse. The function I'm likely most excited about through Lully is their allocation feature. And so what we're looking at doing there is Lully's going to look at all of our bin contents in the building. It's going to look at the order pool, and then it's going to make recommendations on where to pick from based on the commonality and location of those products in that order pool. Through doing so, we're expecting, extremely excited to see decreased trips, decreased duplicate bin visits, decreased distance in the warehouse, productivity should increase, and ultimately, picks should be sped up 2-3 times compared to what we're currently doing, as opposed to just relying on our bin ranking, which may or may not be the best route in our warehouse. If someone were to approach me today and ask or tell me that they were evaluating Lully and wondering if they should go forward with it, I'd say I intend on it being the best investment we've ever made in our warehouse from an efficiency standpoint, ease of implementation, and truthfully on the bottom line. There's nothing to lose here. I'd consider it silly if you didn't move forward with it.